You piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Guys, welcome back to episode 130. Is that correct?
29. Also, you get a number for it's
one Xavier Rhodes with the Vikings.
Nice.
Back in the prime, I would say.
Oh yeah, that was for sure his prime.
Well, it's good to know that we're getting guys in their prime and other teams aren't. So
yeah, we definitely got rid of him at the right time.
Carolina Panthers, Adam Thielen, not in his prime anymore.
No.
But he does think that they can win a Super Bowl, which is one of the most absurd comments I've ever heard in my life.
He said the two reasons he's excited to go to the Panthers is because he thinks they can win a Super Bowl and Andy Dalton.
Mm-hmm. Andy Dalton was the reason he chose them.
The fucking red rifle.
I mean, that couldn't be farther from the truth.
I don't know what he's smoking, but I would love to have some of it on the golf course.
Imagine how his body
Blind
feels.
confidence.
He's got to be smoking something. Imagine how his body feels. Been getting banged up in the NFL for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, a lot to unpack in this episode. We're going to finally relieve you guys. The blue balls have been they've been bursting at the seams.
You were walking around like Steve Marsh and goddamn, I was going to say in the Cartmans in South Park, Steve Marsh bouncing around on his balls like one of those giant bouncy ball things.
Yeah. We've had people who have just exited out of the podcast because we haven't told them the club deal yet.
We had a guy literally DM us say, like, when you guys said that you weren't telling us the club deal, I turned the podcast off.
Gone. Then he messaged back. He said, hey, I actually listened to the rest of it.
Yeah.
I really enjoy your guys. And you're going to enjoy it even more. Tyler, let him know.
Our new club sponsor is PXG, baby. And it was pretty obvious if you're watching the video. They're right fucking behind us.
Let's fucking go,
We
dude.
did it, Ryan. Cheers, brother.
To that. I'll cheers
Hell
my Celsius onto your coffee.
Crazy coincidence. Back in the day, before Ryan and I had any fucking clue what we were doing, before we really had any success, I tried to do a video that I thought would get a lot of views. I had some old ping clubs that said P5G on them, and I took a label maker and printed off a bunch of X's, and I put X's over the fives on those clubs to try and manifest the day I would have PXGs, and here we are. We're sitting here. We got PXGs behind us. We've swung them. We love them, and we're very excited to be a part of it, and we're excited to have them in our bags.
The other part of kind of manifesting all of this together is we had a clip come out. This is probably 4 or 5 months ago about how golf commercials just aren't the same as they used to be.
Yeah.
Golf commercials used to be electric. It was like something that people these days would probably set their phone down for and actually tune in to that type of commercial. And we had noted in that clip that the one company that is starting to do that, starting to get back to old school golf commercials, starting to get back to now introducing the new Gen 5 drive. Like the old school talk like that is exactly what they're emulating.
Well, their slogan for their driver is just kaboom. I fucking love that.
Hell yeah. So it's signed, sealed, delivered.
It is.
And
ink is dry, baby. Sorry for all the blue balling, guys.
I know.
Litigation.
Legality reasons. We had to wait till some things had been put in place, and we made it happen. But
so
this is massive for us, Tyler.
It is huge. I'm very excited. So basically, we're co-workers with Joel Damon now, Nick Jonas.
Still trying to figure out where my cubicle is going to be.
Right. Honestly, I hope my cubicle is next to Darius Rucker and Rob Riggles.
Yes. Or maybe we even get an office.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Maybe we could have conjoining offices with.
We have one door right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like a hotel room.
It's a hotel.
No, but this is really cool because we've seen some of the other people who represent the brand. And I think we're going to bring a different light to the PXG brand that maybe some other people have not, if you will.
Right. Yeah. Like one of my initial worries, right? When 3, 4, 5 years ago, PXG was like, you can't get those unless you're like country club super rich guy.
Yeah.
And that's now that we've been working with them and we've been talking to them in the last few years, they've tried to change that, and we've realized that it's actually true. Like they have really good club deals and The commercials are not the snobby commercials.
Yep.
Like that, they're more of a fun brand, which is I think fits us pretty well.
No, I'd agree. And to piggyback off that too, like their 1-year-old, 2-year-old technology, which is still really solid. You look at all these golf brands, their 1, 2, 3-year-old technology is still really good comparatively speaking. And the deals that they run on their even 1-year-old technology are insane.
Yeah, they're really, really good. And then to add on top of that, one thing that's important to me with Grandpa Dave, obviously a huge part of this podcast and a huge part of my life, they support the shit out of veterans.
So
lots and lots of veteran deals. Bob Parsons, the owner, creator of PXG, he's a veteran. So is Grandpa Dave. And so I think that was really one of the huge selling points for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to work with these guys because they support the shit out of the veterans. And
well,
I think that's cool.
Bob Parsons, founder of GoDaddy, got out of GoDaddy, and then he just had this idea. He wants to start his own golf brand, right? So PXG, Parsons Extreme Golf. A lot of it is like military base. So you'll see on the putter, there's like a skull on there with the number 26, which I believe, and I until we can, really get down to the nitty gritty of the brand itself.
I believe it was his rifle company.
Yes.
Was number 26.
Yep.
And then, I mean, there could be some fine details wrong there, but essentially that's, I think, why.
Yeah. So you start to figure out those little details and like why there's a skull, and like I have the Spitfire putter, and you have like the health.
My putter is called the Bat Attack because it looks like Batman's cowl. And that is the only reason I picked it.
Hit one putt, gone.
The fucking, the superhero nerd in me is like, I don't need to see the rest of them. I want the Batman one, please.
Done deal.
I did sink 5 putts in a row with it, so.
Yeah, so that's what it is, guys. We're excited for the opportunities that this opens up for us. Obviously, you got guys like Joel Damon and some other YouTube social media creators. Busta Jack, been a fan of theirs for a while now. PXG guys. And obviously, we're not going to be we're not shooting 70s, low 80s every round like some of these guys, but we're your typical golfers who can swing PXGs, shoot better scores, and still have a good time like we always do on the course.
And I mean, I've been swinging them for years, like I said, so.
With a little help of a label maker.
Yeah, like I had a label maker, so I had PXG, so I've been a fan forever.
And that's all we're going to give you today. We like I said, this just happened. It just got signed, sealed, delivered. So as we get more into the depths of things and working with them, we'll start to bring you some more heat with what PXG has to offer. Yeah, it's going to allow us to do a lot of other cool things too. So stay tuned for that. I love it. I mean, God, I wish we could have. I wish we could have broke this news about an hour earlier. But we've been sitting here waiting for Jake for over an hour. Explain. Over an hour. You used to. We never let you off the hook for being late before, Jake. You had a nice little stretch there. I know. But I did back really to good. Ground zero. It was like it was built up. Like you were on time so many times in a row, you just had to build it up for one massive lateness. I know. And it wasn't that you were just caught up in traffic. You were dead fucking asleep, and you cannot say otherwise. I 100% was. I saw my phone. I was laying in bed. I said, "Oh shit." Oh shit. I mean, there was no ifs and or buts about it. I hopped up out of bed and scurried on here. All I know is Trevor has got his eyes on that fucking chair. Yes, sir. And if you want to keep it, no more of this hour late shit, Jake. All right. Well, I got to sign off on Trevor getting that chair first. What? Well, I mean, we don't have any other options if we get rid of Jake. I mean, Yeah. We'll get rid of both of them for fuck's sake. What the? I was here early. Here 15 minutes early. Yeah, come on, man. It's like, nah, you're done too. Sorry. Also, Trevor, welcome to the team full time, my guy. Thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you. Trevor, you got a PXG. You got a PXG putter. Yep. You like it? Called the Hellcat. Yep. Hellcat. Yes, sir. So that's that, guys. In other news, Tyler, I officially have a Pine to Palm caddy. Oh, really? I do. Whoa. Let's hear it. Well, I'm not going to tell you who it is. Why? I'm gonna. Dude, we just got done blue balling people. I know. So now we're right back at it. You got a little relief, and now I'm gonna do it again to you.
What the fuck?
I know.
Wait, why?
Is it Lucas?
Don't even. No, it's not. He's already got a guy.
Oh yeah.
Ryan, did you just like bribe Grandpa Dave out from underneath Tyler?
Grandpa Dave can be. I think he can be bought right now.
No, there's zero chance.
Maybe.
Blood is thicker than money.
So I'm trying to figure out when I should tell you, or if I should just wait till August
Jesus
for the
Christ.
reveal.
That's an unnecessary long blue ball.
Okay, well, I'm for sure gonna wait 1 week,
Okay. I can handle one.
maybe
week
1
wait.
month, maybe 6 months. We'll see.
Is it
but
someone cool?
I think you'll enjoy him.
Oh, so it's a guy.
It's me.
Yeah, it's not Meg. It's not my wife.
No, I thought maybe like there's a lot of people it could be.
Well, I could have went with the old Tom move. My match play nemesis.
Oh yeah, just
Just hit him up.
I could just stick my wife on the bag and just be like, hey, I'll get you a couple mixed drinks. You just have a day, get some sunscreen on, and today you're on PTO. You're on vacation day.
I mean, it worked for him. So
Tyler, I lost that match myself. He didn't beat me.
no,
I beat
his
myself.
wife kept him calm. He
did
could have
not
beat
beat
himself
me.
too, but his wife kept him calm.
Should have started hitting on his wife. Then I would have really gotten to his head.
You'd have shanked that too.
Ooh.
Anyways, now in other news, also we're looking to buy a golf cart.
Yes,
This
we
is-
are
this
in
is
the
the year.
market, baby.
Hey,
What-
look at the fucking moves that we're making, Tyler.
Unbelievable! This is so exciting. I wish there wasn't 7 feet of fucking snow outside still.
Yep. There's a lot of snow right now. It's not doing the mental well.
Dude, I had a
Come on.
memory pop up today. 1 year ago today, there wasn't a lick of snow. There was puddles everywhere, and there was like signs of green starting in the grass.
Yeah.
And now we're in a storm warning tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow morning.
Fuck off, nature.
God.
Snowblowers out again. 2020, March 9th of 2020, we had shot our first video, which happened to be first what was that video at Leonard called?
First time golfing.
First
Round of the year.
First
or
round of the
some
year.
shit.
First round of the year. March 9th, 2020. So we're well past that, and we have a lot more snow on the ground to get rid of. And then we're going to flood. And then there's going to be holes that aren't playable at certain courses. So it's like you got to play 16 holes instead of 18, and then par fours get cut into par. It's just this whole ordeal that we're having to deal with now.
And we're gonna have to drive west. We gotta get away from the river if we want to golf early.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I got a couple courses in Nebraska I'd like to hit.
Oh, yeah.
One of them's in Valentine. I believe it's like $300 a round, but it's one of those courses that it's
Oh.
like to have the I don't even think you can just go book a tee time. And I honestly I think it's called the Prairie.
I thought you said it was called Valentine.
It's in Valentine,
Oh.
Nebraska. But I don't think it's a course you can just book a tee time. I think you actually have to like submit an application to do that. And for some reason, the appeal of just having to submit an application to play a course makes it so much better.
See, to me, that is a deterrent.
Really?
I don't want to fill anything, even with auto fill. I don't want to take the time to do that.
You have to do it for Masters tickets. You'd love to go to the Masters.
Yeah, that's different than Valentine, Nebraska.
But again, I mean, look at
It's Augusta.
Tyler. Tyler, think about Paynes Valley.
Yeah.
Like if you had to submit an application to golf there, would you?
Again, I know what Paynes Valley is. This is the first time I'm hearing about Valentine, Nebraska.
Jake, correct me if I'm wrong. You're looking at it right now. It's
I
pretty
am.
sick, isn't it?
I mean, it's pretty sweet. They have 3 courses there. They got the Dunes course, the Pines course, and the Horse course.
The horse course.
The Horse course.
Hell yeah.
Floors only.
It honestly, yeah, I think you're right, Ryan. However, you can get it's membership only. You can't just buy a one-off tee time. And if you want to golf there, from what it looks like you have to stay the night. Like
That's a lot of commitments.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a lot
A
of
membership? Come on.
well,
Yeah,
no, if you just want
you
to.
literally said you think membership should be outlawed.
No, that's why I just said like this is we can cross this one off the list
Okay.
because well, number one, I don't know if I want to stay there.
Yeah.
I just want to go down and golf.
So
And then drive back?
what do you
No,
do?
we can hit other courses on the way.
What is your process when you're trying to find a course to golf at? Because we just did a lot of hunting for golf courses for Myles' bachelor party.
Yeah.
Like what do you look for? Because you and I clearly had different processes because we kind of looked at it together.
Yep.
And like you'd find one, I'd find one, and then we had different reasonings for picking the courses we did.
I mean, obviously, you got to start out with a quick Google search.
Yeah.
Public golf courses in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah.
You get a whole list to pop up, and then you start another browser. So you pull that one off to the side, and you go one by one by one. If you have a price range, I think you can enter that in on Google. I'm not entirely sure, but I start out simple. I go straight Google search. I pull that window over, and then I start another one, and I start going into each course's website. The cover photo, the featured hole, which that's typically what it is. It's the cover photo is the featured hole. That's huge for me. Now I understand it's a lot like homes for sale on Zillow. Like the photos look a lot better than it probably is in real life. Like it's the golden hour sunset photo that they're gonna put front and center to try and draw you in. Now that's great and all, but what it comes down to next is how easy it is to book a tee time. Like if there's a big ass button damn near on every scroll saying book a tee time, I'm like, okay, well let's try and book a tee time. Let's see what the prices are. Because typically they don't
What if after you press book a tee time, it makes you fill out an application?
Depends. It depends. I mean, but then I know the course is probably pretty sweet.
Yeah.
If they're making you go to those lengths, like they take pride in their course and what it has to offer. So a lot of these courses don't have their rates on their website. You have to actually go in to book a tee time to see the rates. That's big for me. I can't tell you the amount of times I've clicked into book a tee time and immediately clicked out when I see like 200, 250, whatever. I'm like, okay, we can maybe find something a little bit better. But then Google reviews is also huge. And I didn't know this until you started doing that. But I think you could save yourself a lot of research time by hitting your Google search, clicking the first course or something that looks cool, and going straight to the reviews. Because these people will tell you exactly what you need to know.
Right. So that's my move. I don't even look at the cover photo anymore because I know no golf course is going to put a shitty photo up.
Correct.
They're going to like, I've found courses online where the photo isn't even from that fucking course. It's just a stock golf photo that they decided to throw up next to their profile thing on Google.
Yeah.
So first thing I do is I'm straight to the reviews. And you cannot trust ones that are overly praising the course.
Yep.
And they're like, this is the most amazing course. And they list every possible feature and say it's A+. That's a bot. You got to find the guys like, took my son here for his 18th birthday. Course in great condition. People at the front desk were nice. Like those are the ones you need to trust. That's a real review. And then after that, for prices, there's like a ton of golf pages that will just list them for you.
Okay.
So like if you have like the multiple windows thing up, like Golf Now is one, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
That you'll type in an area on the website and then it'll show you the rates for all those courses. So then you can eliminate it before even getting to the booking.
Interesting.
Well, so yeah, it would be kind of sweet to like, Zillow, you're shopping for homes and shit like that. You've got the map view and it'll say like 470,000, 270,000.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice to have like on the red pin of where that place is located to have the price right on that like they do on Zillow.
Yeah, maybe someone should make that into an app.
Well, and the thing is, too,
that's got to be one.
Golf courses take no pride in their websites.
That's true. Like
even the nicest ones are kind of dog shit.
Well, like there's a lot of the nice ones will at least look nice, but they are just not user friendly whatsoever. Yeah. It's like you got to scroll into I need to go to the about, and then I need to go to course details, and then there's like a tiny little link at the bottom. It's like book your tee time now.
You know what they should have? They should have grass condition, like a grass condition meter. And this is like a third party.
I want a live cam, like random news stations that'll throw a live cam on a fucking baby giraffe or some shit.
Yeah. Or maybe you could like real time Google Earth it.
Yeah.
But I think a grass meter of like, you have one side, it's like poor conditions. One side is like best condition. So you're going to Arizona. The best time for grass is like February and March, which is reseeding season for them. And this is a third party person who the course dictates none of it because they're obviously going to be biased. Our grass is in great condition, even though our tee boxes are dirt. So I think that would help a lot too, because going on to Arizona, we had the idea that the grass was going to be in really good condition. And The green on number 1 was not great.
Greens were
Tyler.
tough, actually. Yeah.
And it got me a little bit worried because I'm the one who picked that course for 8 other guys. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, and like that one, perfect example. Reviews were spot on.
They were. The reviews said, course is pretty nice. Pace of play was not.
Yeah, everyone was like, the course is really fun, yada, yada, yada. Pace of play is atrocious.
Jesus.
And then we played for 6 hours and we had fun on the course.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think a big thing too is like read the like 3 and 4 star reviews. 3 and 4 star reviews, even on like Amazon, people will figure out those are the truth.
Yeah. Do you remember when we read our podcast reviews back in the day?
Yeah.
The most frustrating thing in the world is there was 2 guys that gave us 1 star each and then glowing reviews.
What the?
They just didn't understand the assignment whatsoever. They're like, I thought that these guys like the cheap like local stuff, right?
Yep.
I'll give them a 1 star because of that, and I think that's what they'd want. And they're like, we love the podcast. I'm like, no. Our business. We give us the 5, please.
Well, I think it's like an inverse thing where
Yeah.
like people look at number 1 as being the top of a lot of things.
Yeah.
And they look at 5 as being the worst. So maybe it's someone who's never given a Google like a review of any sort. And it's like, these guys are number 1. I'm going to give them a 1 star. Well, it's not going to help us out much with
No.
the 1 star, but
Appreciate the words, though.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
so yeah, we got to find, there's a couple courses that we have in mind that we want to play this summer. Blueberry Pines being one of them.
Yeah, Monaga, Minnesota, gorgeous course.
I've actually never heard of it until you had mentioned it.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is also
great.
a great thing is like, there's people out there that know of courses that you don't. So when you start talking golf with someone, kind of start to dig in, be like, what's the favorite course? What's the course you've only played once, but you wish you could play again?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite DMs we get. Like, hey, I'm headed to this area. And most of the time, I'm like, I don't fucking know that area, so I can't help
Yeah.
you. But if I do, like, hey, I'm headed to this area. What are some good courses to play? I love answering that. I'm like, all right, well, tell me your budget. Tell me how many people. Tell me what you're looking for in a course. And I get geeked out. Like, I think it's dad mode because I've all of a sudden in my life started to love planning vacations and planning shit like that.
Yeah.
So when people ask me for that, I love doing that. So like if someone's coming to like upper western Minnesota, I got you.
Jeez.
There are some phenomenal courses in Minnesota.
Hidden gems in the north.
Yep.
Yes.
They're all buried in like tall ass pines. They do a really good job.
Yep. So we got a couple courses planned this summer. On another note, Tyler, so many,
We got to talk cart.
we got to talk the golf cart. So we're looking for a golf cart. And what I didn't realize is how fucking expensive golf carts are. It's like, well, I mean, I could buy a decent car for the price of some of these golf carts. And my car can go 120 miles an hour. Not that I'd ever go that fast. But these golf carts only go like 15.
Yeah.
Why am I paying 10 grand for a golf cart?
I mean, if we own the thing, we can take the governor off.
That is very
They can
true.
go faster than that.
That is very
They
true.
all have governors on them.
Okay. Well, step number 1, take the govy off.
See ya.
Step number 2, get some sick rims on it.
Spinners.
Yep.
Step number 3, wrap it in some kind of cool wrap. I don't know. Jake said flames earlier. I think flames are sick.
I was thinking more maybe lightning bolts.
Racing
Harry
strips.
Potter
Yeah.
lightning
Racing
bolts.
strips.
Yeah, we just have glasses around the headlights and then a lightning scar right in between them.
Or like the movie Cars. You could wrap it.
Lightning McQueen.
How about
Yeah, Lightning
like
McQueen.
all of the really, really cool people in the world? We should put eyelashes above the headlights.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
Wow, we should buy some truck nuts for it too.
Yeah, dude.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, golf carts need to be, well, I guess I can't say they need to be cheaper because I don't know what
Me either.
goes into making I don't know what a brand new golf cart costs, but
But
we're
if anyone's selling a golf cart and wants to bring it to us in Fargo, North Dakota, we can talk business in the DMs.
and it's got, yeah,
Our only stipulation, it has to be electric for audio purposes.
and it's got to run. It's got to run
Yeah, it has to work and be electric.
and fill the tires up before you get here.
Yeah, please.
Speaking of golf carts, Tyler, I have not told you this story yet. I was actually going to tell you like a month ago, and I forgot.
Why do you keep blue balling me, man?
I almost got scammed into buying a golf cart.
What?
on Facebook Marketplace. No, not even on Facebook Marketplace, on someone's Facebook post.
Wait, really?
What?
So you guys need to be careful. And a majority of the time it's going to be fine. You probably know the person and the sale goes through, whatever. Anyway, my mom actually showed me this. She's like, hey, the old principal from the middle school he's moving. I don't know. It's like an estate sale or something. And he's got all this stuff for sale. It's like 2 4-wheelers, a golf cart, all this furniture, all this kind of stuff. He's got like photos of it and he's got a price breakdown in the caption. So immediately I care nothing about anything else except for the golf cart. So I go to that and I'm like, holy shit. It's got like a Texas A&M logo on it. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just a Texas A&M fan. And I don't know, maybe he doesn't live by a golf course anymore or where he's moving. So he's just trying to get rid of it. Anyway, the golf cart's listed for $1,200. And
which we found out that is dirt cheap.
Yep.
Dirt cheap. Like, you could maybe get a 1970s or 80s model for $1,200.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, shit, Mom, can you send him a message and be like, hey, what year is this golf cart? Is there anything wrong with it? And has somebody already bought it?
Mm-hmm.
So she gets info back. I believe it's a 2021 Easy Go for $1,200. No one's bought it yet. It's still for sale and it runs perfectly. I'm like, okay, well, we need to buy this because whether or not I keep this or not, if I don't want to keep it, I'm going to sell it for like $8,000 more. Because researching golf carts, I now know the price of them. And this person messages back saying, yeah, there's actually one more guy that just messaged and said that he was interested in buying it. So if you want to hold your spot, you can Cash App or Zelle $1,200 right now, and I'll keep it for you. And my mom's like, I'm like, well, we got to get this guy on the phone to make sure like we can come look at it and drive it, whatever. And she messages him saying, hey, is there a good time to stop by where we can check this thing out? And he goes, well, I'm actually out of town. I don't have any service.
How are you texting, buddy?
So how you on Facebook Messenger then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw the Cash App or Zelle, the $1,200 to hold your spot, I'm like, this guy's 70 years old. He's not
using Cash App
or Zelling anybody.
What is Zelle?
It's like U.S. Banks version of Cash App.
Yeah, it's like it's a money transferring app. So
Not sponsors.
At that point, I knew that this was a complete scam. I took my mom's phone, I looked at the messages, and there was like an LOL in there, and I'm like, 70 years old. The guy's not LOLing, and this guy's not using Cash App or Zelle, and he's probably not a Texas A&M fan.
Nope.
So putting all that together, I was this fucking close to losing $1,200 on this golf cart. I thought I could just resell it the next day for a huge profit. Be careful out there.
Yes.
Oh, and then I go back and look at all the shit he's selling. I mean, they're not his. These pictures are ripped straight from Google. But my excitement and enthusiasm took over, and I didn't even pay attention to all that shit. He's also selling 2 4-wheelers for like $2,000 each.
Jesus.
And they were like 2018, 2019s. I'm like, okay, well, we'll take the 2 4-wheelers and the golf cart if they're still available. But wait, I got one more. I got a guy who just messaged, said he's interested in all 3. So make sure you Cash App. Almost got scammed for a lot of money.
Dude, first mistake. And don't take this as an insult in any way, Carla. How old is your mom?
52.
Can't trust boomers to be negotiating deals online.
But luckily I was...
You absolutely cannot do that.
No, I know, but luckily I was there.
I know. If you weren't and your mom wanted a golf cart, she'd got scammed.
But she would have asked me first.
Which is good. That's very smart of her to check with her millennial son to make sure everything's legit. Because we understand the internet is just out to get you.
Big time.
Yep.
So luckily and even if I wasn't there, she'd ask me like, hey, is this a good deal for this golf? Yeah, buy it now. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have Cash App or Zelle. Don't buy it. Don't ever buy it. Delete the messages.
Yep. And
the post, I believe, I looked a couple weeks ago, the post is still up. So
you got to report that shit. Save somebody else $1,200.
So this guy, his Facebook got hacked. His password probably got changed and he can't get in anymore.
So is he even moving?
No, probably not.
Your poor middle school principal is just going through it right now.
I know. And Tyler, the only thing I was thinking about was like, if I can show up to work on Monday. This was Super Bowl weekend. It was actually like an hour before the Super Bowl. I'm like, if I can show up on Monday and tell these guys I got a golf cart for $1,200, how fucking jacked are they going to be?
You'd have been the hero of the office.
I know. And again, my excitement took over. The blinders went on. I didn't even think twice until the Cash App or Zelle comment.
Yeah.
So be careful out there. Make sure you can.
If he would have said Venmo, would that have changed things? Because I feel like that one is a little more common.
It would have made me a little less suspicious, but I still would have been suspicious because of this guy's age.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can send money straight through Facebook. I've done that on Marketplace.
Yeah, but there's like Facebook protection. The reason why they do it on Zelle is because Zelle you can send as like, this is a non-business thing, so there's no return. It's not it's insured or whatever. That's why they always choose Zelle or Cash App, is because you can't like get your money back by disputing it.
Sure.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad he didn't get scammed, Ryan. Because
I know, man.
You show up with a cart, you're a hero. You show up $1,200 less, you're a fucking zero.
No, it probably would have been like $4,000 less because of the 2 4-wheelers I was also trying to buy.
Jesus.
So yeah, if you're gonna buy something on Marketplace, get a hold of the person, talk to him straight on the phone, and then you gotta go see. I mean, you have to go see it before
Get
you
a
send
vibe
any
for the
money.
person.
And if they're like, "Hey, I got this other guy in on the deal," like, doesn't matter.
Did I ever tell you about the time on Facebook Marketplace I sold my truck to a Nazi?
What?
You have, but tell us again.
Okay, so I had an old beater truck. The leaf spring was completely rusted out, and I had it held together with a leather belt.
I don't know what that is.
It's a big thing underneath the truck. It's important, but not make or break important.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I only list this thing for $1,000, and I'm in Moorhead, Minnesota, and a guy wants to come drive an hour to come get it. Wants to buy the truck, check it out, and then possibly buy it. And he said $800 cash, and I was like, done deal. Yours.
Wait. I mean, is this your Ford?
No.
This is a different. Okay.
This is like a 2001 Chevy.
Okay, I was gonna say $1,000, and he's trying to negotiate to $800.
I was basically just selling the engine because the body was so rusted that you weren't going to be able to save it.
Gotcha.
So he drives an hour and a half to get here, or an hour and change to get to my house. He checks it out. He likes it. I'm like, all right, you can have it. Great. We do the bill of sale. I shake his hand, and on his hand is an eagle and a swastika tattoo right in between his thumb and his forefinger.
You just have it. You can have it. I was like, you can have the truck. Here's the keys. I don't
Who's my address?
Just lose my number. I don't want to see you again.
This is not my house.
I didn't say shit because I am not going to end this sale after this Nazi drove an hour to come get this truck. And so I was like, all right, that's great to meet you. Yada, yada. He takes the truck, started driving away. About a half hour later, he calls me. He's like, hey, your checkbook's in here.
Oh, God.
You want to come meet me? I'll give you your checkbook back.
You want to come meet me for a coffee down the street real quick?
And so I drive out to meet him. He gives me my checkbook. I notice another swastika under his ear. And he's like, hey, man, that could have been really bad. You know, I've been trying to change my ways lately, so I figured I'd call you back and give you your checkbook. And so
Good on that guy.
Yeah, either he was truly trying to change his ways and be a good guy, or the fact that I am 6 foot tall, blonde haired, and blue eyed is the reason that he gave me my fucking checkbook back.
You're the epitome of the Aryan race.
Yeah, I am textbook. You're fine, buddy. In 40s Germany. So,
Hoofda.
that was the time I sold my truck to a Nazi.
Facebook Marketplace is it's a wild thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't do it. I don't sell anything on Facebook Marketplace anymore. I'd much rather just throw something away.
Really?
No, I'll make a few bucks. Becca is fucking. My wife is selling things on Facebook Marketplace for like $3. Like, hey, I got this shitty vase. You want it? $3. Come pick it up. Like, stop inviting people to our house for $3 vases.
Yeah. And like having to meet up with somebody, I'm like, I don't want to take the time to do that.
Yeah.
I've been looking a lot on Marketplace for like people selling golf clubs that don't know what they're actually selling. So I've been big into the Scotty Cameron market lately.
Yeah, wasn't there a guy that
Just for resale purposes only. Because I know, like, you know, maybe there's this older lady who her husband has passed away or something. Like, hey, I'm just getting rid of his golf clubs. There's a YouTube channel, I can't remember what it's called, that they do this. They go to garage sales and they find they find unreal club deals and resell them.
Yeah, are they the guys that somebody found a full set of Vokey wedges, a Scotty Cameron, and then the rest of the clubs were fine, but just those together were all like worth $1,000 or some shit, and they got it for like $40.
Or pawn shops too.
Yeah.
I'll drive by a pawn shop. I'm like, God, pull over now. Pull over. No, keep going.
I just hope one day when I die, Becca doesn't sell my new PXGs for $40. I got to give her like an appraisal.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
yeah, we got to get these babies.
When I'm dead and got nothing less than this right here.
Yeah, we'll and I mean, just on the PXG top, we'll bring you guys through the bag.
Oh yeah,
the bags, it's very different from what we used to have. Like,
oh yeah, well we kind of already did. We just didn't tell them the brand.
Yeah,
we told them exactly what's in the bag.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, like I skipped out on the 3-wood. I went with the driving iron instead. Can hit it good. When you hit it right, you hit it really good. But 2 out of 10 times, I can get her to go about 260.
Yeah.
So now we just need to work on those other 8 and what the fuck's happening there. But that's a personal problem, to say the least. What I think is kind of wild, Tyler, is that golf is like one of the only sports that you have to like fully furnish your own gear.
Yeah. So
think about it. Like every other sport, like you go to a gym. Typically, they have balls there that you can shoot with, or there's a bucket of baseballs at the field that you can hit with. All this kind of stuff. Usually, don't buy your own helmet. Usually, don't buy your own jersey. Golf is like from head to toe and everything in between. You are buying yourself, and I think that's why it's like the stigma of golf is this really expensive sport, which it can be.
Well, like football would be really expensive if you had to buy your own helmet and shoulder pads.
Yeah. I mean, hockey, like men's league hockey might be one of those sports too, where
hockey's up there for sure. Cause just sticks and skates in general cost more than I paid all of 1 year of sticks and skates in hockey cost more than I paid all of high school for wrestling.
100%. And all like, men's league hockey, you're probably buying your own gear. You're not like renting gear.
You played hockey, right?
I did not play hockey.
Oh, never mind.
Played basketball.
I was gonna say because you don't have to buy your own shoulder pads.
I would assume if you're playing men's league, you probably do. Yeah, you probably have to fully outfit yourself with hockey.
I think you buy your own breezers.
Yep.
Which is like the girdle of hockey.
Yep.
I think you buy your own pads and helmet, don't you?
I have no clue.
Not
you can't buy your
not
own
an
helmet
organized
it's
sports.
all like it's all team based. Maybe shoulder pads though. I have no idea.
no idea.
I don't even know if they call them shoulder pads. I don't know shit about hockey.
Now with golf though, think about it in a deeper fashion.
Like even all the way down to your uniform, you're buying everything.
Correct. Shoes, shorts, polos,
unless
hats,
you start
clubs,
a podcast,
bag.
Unless you start a podcast and you get a golf ball and glove sponsor.
Just, I mean,
Tyler,
it took us 4 years.
It's true. True. We paid for it in blood, sweat, and tears.
So I think that's one reason why we're really excited about this is because these clubs are now they're now one of us.
Yep.
Like you should know your clubs and your gear better, obviously better than anybody else because you took the time to either go get fitted or go get a general idea of what clubs you should get. I know how to hit this versus that. If I pick somebody else's clubs up, I could hit the ball, but I'm not going to hit it nearly as good because now we are one with the clubs.
Right. Well, me and my clubs we're still in that dating phase, getting to know each other. Like I got to get used to swinging actual quality clubs.
That's the beautiful thing about it, Tyler, because for the next 365 days, we have a built-in excuse of we have new clubs, still figuring them out.
Yeah. And so far, so good. There's just been a few mental errors.
Played 2 rounds with them.
Yep.
And they were bachelor party rounds, so it was more so like, let's just see what these babies got in them.
Yeah, and like my biggest struggles were with the wedges, and that was mostly because I was so hungover, I was shaking. So zero touch from Tyler.
Not even another drink didn't even fix that.
No, I had several to try to fix it. So I was just shaky and drunk at that point.
typically if you just get back on the train the next day, it like kind of levels itself out. But it did not at all.
Usually.
It did not. But we also witnessed a hole in one day 2.
That was
from the most
sweet.
sober person there.
Like, literally
100% sober.
Been sober his entire life.
Okay, Tyler.
Okay, Ryan.
Let's take a quick break. We're gonna come back, and I want to review the wedding weekend real quick.
Ooh, yeah.
Myles got married last weekend, so a couple small tidbits that I really enjoyed, as a lot of you do know already.
And then we'll wrap things up for you guys with a little things new golfers shouldn't do. Because I know there's a lot of new golfers. You're about to break into your first ever spring season of golf. And there's some do's and don'ts out there as a newbie. So
Be right back. All right, guys, before we get into the next segment, 3 for 1. What more do we have to say?
Fuck.
Okay, start that over.
No.
Mark that, Jake.
Jesus.
You can keep going. I just drank the hottest drink of coffee I've ever had in my entire life, dude.
So I got to start drinking iced.
Bruh.
You know what else is icy?
You know what that felt like, Ryan? That felt like the hot fucking deals on uniongreen.com.
So that was all an act?
No, it actually burned the shit out of my tongue, and I was trying to weasel it in so I didn't have to edit too much of this out.
All right, keep going. Let us hear it.
Unbelievably hot deals on uniongreen.com. You can get 4 dozen balls for like $11.99 a box.
A box, yeah, it's fucking
But
nuts.
you got to go in. You get 3 boxes, and you get 1 free. This is all of the T-Birds.
T-Birds, yep.
3 boxes of T-Birds. You get a 4th for free. And then you throw on the promo code DoubleBogey20 on top of it. That brings it down to like $11.99 per box, Ryan.
We did a closest to pin last week.
Comes out today.
Yeah, Payne's Valley number 19, and this is off camera. Afterwards, I was hitting
You
a
got
couple balls.
It was Saga. Oh,
We cut it.
Oh.
You got cut out, Trevor. Trevor was in
Damn.
one, and then we cut him out.
Yeah, we did it again because we're like, yeah, you're out, Trev.
see how it is.
We'll maybe continue on the next one though. But I had this is the pin drop. Payne's Valley number 19, tracking right at the hole. Landed about 7 yards in front. I mean, in here by myself. Tracking.
Yeah, this is because
Hits the pin and like dead center pin and bounces straight left. And I fucking lost my shit. And I didn't know how to react because, no one else was watching. And everyone else in the office probably like, did this guy just like hit himself in the head with the ball? Or what's
it
going
was
on
Ryan,
here?
we had all left.
it was
the shoot
classic
was over.
Ryan. Like we finished the shoot, and Ryan's like, "I'm just gonna keep doing this."
Yeah, and then we hear this come from across the office.
That was pretty accurate, actually.
I wish that would have went in, dude.
Yeah, and then you would have had to take that Union Green pin drop, put it up on your wall
In a
and then
case.
Your first ever hole-in-one, simulator hole-in-one, but it is your first ever one.
Yeah, how many people like? I still feel like the amount of people who have hit simulator hole-in-ones is still not that many.
Right? Like, yeah, you can't go around telling people you got a hole-in-one. You got to say, "I got a hole-in-one on a simulator," but it's still like not many people are doing it.
No, and yes, outside you're battling the weather conditions, whatever those may be. But in the simulator, you're battling the technology. You don't know in real life. You have a better idea of where you need to land the ball. Whereas the simulator, it's like you don't know where you need
You
to
just
land the
aim
ball.
right. It just aims you at the pin and it says, "Good luck."
Have a good time. So yeah, guys, 3 for 1 deal. $11.99 a box when you use promo code DoubleBogey20. And if you go to uniongreen.com and try and buy a pork caddy, you can't.
Yeah, because you sons of bitches bought all of them,
They're out of stock.
whites
Both the-
and blacks.
Yes. So we'll keep you posted. We'll get an update on when those are back in stock. But for now, you can't get them. So you might as well go there and get 4 dozen balls for $11.99 a box. Double Bogey 20 at uniongreen.com. Tyler,
Check it out.
Myles got married this last weekend.
He did get married this last weekend.
It was a good time.
It was a good time. It was a great wedding. I took my notes to give my wedding review. I have some complaints.
Okay, good.
But we'll save those for You Bet Your Radio, which can be found where all podcasts can be found. And Ryan and I are both on it predominantly.
Which is tough because during your wedding review, Becca wasn't there.
Yeah, and he's going to have Ann
now-
here. That's
yeah,
bullshit.
I know. That is some bullshit.
Absolutely. I guarantee you wouldn't say anything about your wedding either if Meg was in the room.
Correct.
Fucked. I'm still letting it rip, and I'm going to text Ann all the things I mean and don't mean.
Okay, good. As long as you can clear things up after the fact.
Yep.
But biggest thing, so I was a groomsman in the wedding, and my wife goes like, "Okay, well, what time do you need to be there on Saturday?" I'm like, "I got to be there at 9 a.m." She's like, 9 a.m. Why are you going to be there at 9 a.m.? Honey, there's a reason I have to be there at 9 a.m. Why are my golf clubs in the pickup already? There's a reason my golf clubs are in the pickup already, because the groom suite at the venue had a simulator.
Which is such a smart move by them.
Yes.
Like this venue,
It's nice.
great idea.
Yeah, it's a very nice venue. And it also gives the owners of the venue, they're big golfers.
Yeah.
They're big golfers. So why not have it? I mean, it's essentially just like a mini bar in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I stuck my head in there once because Ryan needed me to pick some stuff up for him. And I had to like go in this secret door to give Ryan his stuff. I opened the door. I thought I was about to get shot. Miles' dad was in there. His mom was in there. I walk in. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for Ryan. And I just got fucking, they murdered me with their eyes. I was like, take the stuff. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I just want to come hit a couple wedge shots. What's wrong with that?
That was tough. But anyway, really
yeah.
cool room. Simulator looked great.
Yeah, so the reason we got there at 9 a.m. was because we wanted to play a round of 18 before we had to start getting ready. We had to start getting ready at noon. So we had 3 teams of 2, 6 guys total. We played alternating shot, stroke play. And we were able to finish 17 out of the 18 holes in 3 hours. And we were kind of, pussyfooting around, like going to get beers and like steaming shirts and shit like that. So it was a really casual round. But man, if you guys have been listening for a while, you know how I feel about golf at weddings. And this
Was this better or worse than just being a guest and going golfing at the course?
well, it in some ways it was better, in some ways it wasn't. Obviously, I wasn't outside. But at the same time, the wedding that I did golf at, we only golfed 1 hole. We golfed it like 3 times. Now, this one, I mean, we played a full 18, had the clubs there. Guys in the wedding party didn't bring theirs, so they were swinging the PXGs. And I can't tell you the amount of times I'm like, fuck, you hit that one good. You might have to get yourself a set of these. Got a couple look backs. Like, they would hit one, they'd look at me with big eyes, be like, wow, that was a nice shot. I'm like, you're damn right it was. Proof's in the pudding.
Did you ever have anyone like, actually, they're all pretty good golfers.
Yeah.
Like, God, I can't remember who I was letting swing my club the other day, and I was just like biting my knuckles.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was nerve wracking though.
So that was a great way to kick off just the day in general. You get there, you golf 17. You golf 18. You start getting ready. Vibes are high because like the best part of the day is like showing up and just kind of the anticipation of like starting to get ready, get your clothes on, all that kind of stuff. It was elite. Now, wedding went great, all that kind of stuff. Next day, boys were down bad. Down really bad, actually. And it brings me to my next point. The Valspar was on Sunday morning, final round. Some good contention at the top. But I will say, Tyler, golf is one of the best sports to watch when you're hungover.
Is it the best sport to watch when you're hungover?
I will argue that it is the best sport to watch hungover.
I think so. Here's my argument for football. Football is the sport that I watch hungover the most out of any other sport, hands down. Every Sunday, my ass is planted in front of the TV. I watch the Vikings, and then I watch every single other game that's on from there on out. Golf, on the other hand, even if I'm hungover, I'm only catching the big events.
Okay.
So I think that's where I might throw it to football, because I think more people are watching football hungover. Where golf, though, it is relaxing, and I'm trying to relax.
That's my argument back to you is, the commentary can put you to sleep sometimes.
Oh, it has.
And I mean, what more does a guy want than to lay on the couch and to potentially be able to fall asleep and then wake up on hole 17 to catch the last possible playoff?
Because like you got to take a nap when you're hungover.
Exactly.
And I'm not napping during a football game because I want to catch everything. If I fall asleep during a golf tournament and wake up an hour and a half later, I don't give a shit what I missed. They'll fill me in.
And football is very chaotic. Like in terms of the play-by-play and the crowd cheering and the audibles being called at the line, golf is just like you hear some golf shots and then you hear Jim Nantz just like putting you to sleep.
Yeah.
Jim Nantz could put my baby to sleep if I wanted him to.
Well, Trevor, I'm
In a
curious
good way,
what
though.
you think as someone who's not even old enough to drink yet. What do you?
Funny.
What do you watch hungover?
Mostly football.
But it's seasonal, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
I can't imagine you guys are watching the USFL on. Is it on Sundays?
That actually
fucking know.
might be better football to watch hungover because I don't give a shit if I fall asleep.
yeah, you
during
can
that.
fall asleep. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, it's usually just football, I think, and it's just kind of seasonal. I don't know, but Paul Allen just screaming at your TV also wakes you up a lot. So,
PA's on
Oh,
the
it's
radio.
just radio, my guy.
but I mean,
Don't try to Viking splain me.
So you got the radio with PA on, then you're watching the game on TV.
Well,
Which is a
Depends.
good idea, but the
No, I know.
TV's
PA.
never matched up with the radio, so you're getting spoiled by either the radio or
Yeah.
the TV.
but Paul Allen just announces so much better than TVs.
He does.
he does big time. Yeah,
He does
I
the
would agree.
preseason games on TV. It's great.
But I do agree with like golf, like it's Jim Nantz's voice. Like you're very calm. You're not hearing the screams. Just with your headache pounding. You're like feeling all that. So
And golf's like damn near a full day event.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first tee times start early, and the last guy to put it in the hole on 18 is like
6 o'clock.
5-6 o'clock
Yeah.
p.m.
10 to 6.
I mean, yeah, you get a little less time on Saturdays and Sundays after the cut, but
Yeah. Yep.
that's usually when I'm hungover. I'm not hungover on a Thursday.
Or Friday.
I'm not getting blitzed on a Wednesday usually.
No, we're almost 30, guys.
Yeah.
Life has changed a little bit. The bodies are breaking down.
You know what?
Can't relate.
You've convinced me. Golf is a better sport to watch hungover. I haven't been doing it enough. I think I
Gotta
need to
start.
do it more.
And it does. I mean, I could be watching like the, I don't know, Cambodian Open.
Does that exist?
I don't know.
It should.
But again, that what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter what tournament it is. I can put it on. I can watch some good golf shots, and I can fall asleep and wake up and probably still watch some good golf shots.
I will also say, since the end of the football season, having golf on Sundays has completely that's the sport that I watch on the weekends now. Like I ever since the waste management, I haven't missed a Sunday, like a Sunday of a tournament.
Yeah, and Sunday's the best day to watch too, unless
Right.
someone's running away with it. But even then, it's still fun.
Yeah, and I've never been a pro golf guy, but for some reason, ever since the waste management, I haven't missed a tournament on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know when I became a pro golf guy either. I mean, obviously, like since we got in the depths of.
well, since we're coworkers with Joel Damon now,
True, yeah,
we gotta
yeah.
follow him. It's like it's an office pride,
Yeah,
really.
and Joel was playing. He was playing this last week. He wasn't doing hot, but he was playing.
Yeah, well, just ask him. He doesn't golf good all the time.
No, I mean someone's got to be the 20th best golfer in the world,
78th or
78th,
something.
whatever. So yeah, that was what my Sunday consisted of, and obviously it changes with a kid. Sometimes you can't take a nap. You got to get up. You got to entertain them. But yeah, if I can lay on the couch Sunday and I can watch the final round of any tournament that is, I'm a happy man.
Yeah, I'm with you. You've changed me. You've convinced me. And the only reason I wanted to say football is because I do it so often. And I don't do it because I'm hungover. I just happen to be hungover, and I will not miss a football game.
Yeah, there's dead spots in golf commentary, whereas football is like there's no dead space.
Right. And here's another thing, too. I fucking hate the commercials during football games.
Whopper.
God, like that was a fun moment
No, I'm not gonna get to
for
sleep.
2 weeks. But golf commercials are so much better.
Way better.
Like the variety, which I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but there's hardly any repeats during a golf event.
Yeah,
during
until,
football, they do the fucking Whopper commercial every break.
Yeah, until a PXG commercial comes on, and
You're trying to take a nap. Kaboom!
yeah. All right, I'm up. Let's go to the simulator.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I want to get fucked up on Saturday and watch golf all Sunday.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing already.
Okay.
What we really wanted to dive in though, Tyler, was things that beginner golfers shouldn't do.
Yes. Yeah, we know that spring is approaching, not rapidly for us because it's going to snow every goddamn day for the next week. But spring is right around the corner. A lot of people are going to be out there golfing for the first year or their second year. And there's a bunch of shit I wish I knew going into it as far as the do's and don'ts. as a new golfer.
Yeah.
And like one of them right off the bat for me is all the little rules.
Okay.
Like the little unwritten rules, like don't walk in someone's line, or the don't have your shadow over someone's ball in a putt.
Okay.
Like stuff like that, I think is good for people to know. So I want Trevor to start this segment off.
My first one would be let people play through. So if you're playing, obviously you're not going to be very good as your first or second year. If you see a group waiting on the tee box like a lot, just let them play through.
So yeah, put the pride aside. Like no one is going to be mad at you for letting them through. Like no one's going to be like, oh, this guy fucking sucks. He's letting us play through. He's bad. Yeah. Like no one's going to do that.
No.
Unless you're waiting on the group in front of you to get their asses moving.
I would almost still recommend letting them through.
Yeah. So they know it's not you.
Yeah. So then like there's no blame on you anymore. It's not me slowing you down. It's these guys. Go see for yourself. Play on through.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's a good one. We haven't really let people play through too often. I think because
we're getting better.
Right. Once you get like, I would say once you get like 3-4 years into it, then you really don't have to worry about that anymore. So I'll tell you right now, this isn't long-term. Like, God, how many groups are we going to have to let play through today? It's only the beginning.
Well, then it's also too, not necessarily even skill, but it's also just familiarity with the game and the course and understanding like, all right, I got to hit this club instead of sitting there and wondering. You're asking your buddy what club to use. Like the more you play golf, the more you know what to do. So you speed your shit up.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important to play with people that know the game as well. So if you're somebody who's been golfing for a while, don't be afraid to bring someone who has only played for a year or two, because they're looking for a guy like you to kind of teach them the ins and outs of the game, to teach them the etiquette. And odds are like, hey, you might have to just pick your ball up and go play where your partner's playing at, but then you're not going to have to let people play through. So then you can get pace of play going. And it's this whole thing. My first thing not to do as a beginner golfer is to golf as a solo.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that either.
I don't know if I have done that once or I have maybe once or twice even now, but
you know what? Actually, I'm gonna switch sides here, because that's exactly how I started to actually love golf. I was
no, sorry. What I meant is don't join another group of golfers as a solo.
Oh, yeah. I'm 100% on board with that.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Golfing as one person in a group as a beginner golfer isn't a bad thing at all, because then you can kind of just like, you can go at your own pace. You can play whatever. You can screw up and no one's going to look at you like, hey, what the hell are you doing?
You're out there to figure it out yourself.
Yeah. So one thing to not do as a beginner golfer is to join another group as a solo.
You don't get a solo tee time on a Saturday morning at 9:30, because you're going to get paired with 3 people that are out there to play good golf. And like, even if you're not doing anything wrong by it, but they're going to be a little bit annoyed. You're going to feel guilty that you're slowing down these people. And it's just going to kind of ruin your mood.
Correct.
Yep.
And like, no one's going to be like, fuck you, you're shitty. But like you're not going to be able to relax out there, because you're going to feel like you need to keep pace with them. You're going to feel like you're ruining the time for them. I don't know. And that could just be me, but I think that's the reason not to do that.
No, I would agree. And you're going to slow their pace of play down too.
Yeah.
Which again, if you're not playing at the correct pace of play as a beginner, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up over that. But I wouldn't recommend joining another group as a solo, because number one, you don't know them. Number two, they probably just want to go out and play their own round, plays a casual round, good pace of play, proper etiquette. You don't have that yet.
Right.
So go play with some buddies who are maybe a little bit more skilled than you and like know the rules, and also just ask questions.
Yeah.
Hey, what's proper etiquette on the green? All right. Well, number one, if you stick one on the green, fix your pitch mark.
Yeah. Don't say divot.
Don't walk across somebody else's line. Mark your ball. Ask somebody if you want them to pull the pin. Boom. Done.
Mine is going to come as no surprise to you guys. And it stems off of someone in this office who started golf in the last 6 months and thinks he's a fucking wizard. things that new golfers shouldn't do is give any other golfers advice. There's a guy here who, I'm not kidding you, he started golf 6 months ago, and he's watched YouTube videos. He went to a couple lessons, and he's out here shelling out advice like it's free fucking coupons outside the mall.
Jeez.
I have been told by 2 people in this office now that they were getting swing tips from this specific person no longer than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What?
Like, can you imagine in any other profession, someone with that little of experience trying to give advice? All right, you got your technician that hands the scalpel to a surgeon, and he's like, "Hey, doctor, I think that you should be cutting over here instead. I saw it on TikTok." Like,
Watch the video
like
online.
in what world is it okay to have almost no experience whatsoever and just be dishing it out to people who have tons of it?
Because you got 2 lessons.
Yeah.
And you've watched a lot of videos.
Like, I've gone to a ton of lessons. Have you heard any of the things he taught me? I haven't given anyone any advice from my lessons.
Well, because it's a lesson for you. It's not a lesson for you to teach other people.
Right. And I also have no credentials. I have no credibility whatsoever. Like, maybe I'll tell you to keep your head down, you know, but I'm not out here being like, hey, you got to get your hands through better. I noticed in your backswing, you're doing this, you're doing that. And like, I'm not giving you that advice because I know I'm not qualified to. So just know your place.
Yep.
Know your place, and that you will keep moods higher. Because the last thing Ryan wants to hear is advice on how to fix his shit from someone who's worse.
When I heard that he was giving unsolicited advice as a 6-month golfer who has had 2 lessons and now has new clubs too, even better,
Jeez.
my head immediately dropped.
And I hope he is in the next room listening right now.
No, I think he's upstairs.
Fuck.
Yeah,
This is my
that's tough.
Midwest passive aggressive way of getting him to stop, was to do this segment loud enough for him to hear.
Just hope he overhears you.
Yeah, it's tough, and I cringed hard.
God. Well, like, think about that, dude. Like, I'm gonna go. What's a great example here? I'm gonna go to a banker and tell him how to finance a loan.
Yep.
Like, hey, I think
Boom.
you should do it like this. Like, what do you know? I mean, I have a Credit Karma on my phone. So
That's like someone out here trying to tell me how to print hats.
yeah. Imagine if I went over there, Ryan, and told you that maybe you should try doing it like this.
Maybe you printed let's just say you printed 500 hats in the last week, and then you try and coach me on it.
I mean, you've printed tens of thousands.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's a really tough scene, and I took the time to tell those guys, like, hey, just be careful what you listen to coming out of his mouth, because it's unnecessary. To put it plain Jane, it's so unnecessary.
Yes.
And my next thing that beginner golfers shouldn't do is, if you're out with buddies who are trying to teach you the game, or it doesn't matter. Don't get upset. Don't get overly upset at bad golf shots. Because you're going to ruin it for the guys who are with you. They're going to be like, why is this guy getting so mad? And if you do that with me, the first thing I'm going to ask you is, hey, how often do you play? And if you tell me once a week for the last 4 months and that's it, I'm going to be like, well, no shit, you're hitting bad golf shots.
How often do you practice? I don't practice. I just play golf on Saturday morning.
If you get pissed about blowing a putt by or leaving one short from 10 feet, I'm going to say, hey, how often you hit the putting green? Never. I just hit the driving range. Okay, then don't get overly...
And they only swing driver.
Correct. Don't get overly upset at bad golf shots, especially as a beginner, because it's going to happen. And if you start doing that, you're going to make a worse time for everyone else you're golfing with.
Right. And I think it's also important to know it's okay to be the guy that golfs once a week on Saturday mornings and only hits the driver on the driving range, as long as you're not the one getting upset about your performance. Like, you can go out there just to have fun and drink beers and be that guy that golfs once a week or once a month.
Yeah.
As long as you're not ruining it for everyone else by being surprised at how bad you're playing.
Just internalize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get mad at yourself inside. Like, let's just say you hit a bad drive with T-box. You hit a massive slice. I'm cool with you, like, turn around and be like, God, came way over the top on that one. It's like, okay, like at least you understand. At least you understand what happened there, instead of like, Jesus Christ, I can't even hit a straight drive. What the dude? Once a week, 4 months. That's all I got to say to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stay in your lane. Know your talent.
Do not get overly upset at bad golf shots. Plain and simple.
Yep.
I've actually got one that I'm glad that I did real quick is I didn't keep score for the longest time. Like when I first
Can't
started.
count that high or what?
Oh my God.
No, I just didn't keep score. I just, when I would go out to play with my dad or whatever, and we would just go out to hit the ball around and have a good time, and that was it. And
That does make a guy feel good, not
Yeah.
knowing your score.
like, because it also makes those bad shots not feel as worse.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just like, I'll just get to go up there and hit another one, and it does not matter.
Yeah.
It did not matter what you shot or anything like that.
I'm on board with that. I get heavily on board with that.
Yeah, because I think one of the big things about like learning golf is that like especially at the beginning, you can feel like you're not improving a whole lot, right? Well, if you don't keep score, there's no metric to see if you're improving or not. And then eventually once you get comfortable out on the course and you start keeping track, you're probably well enough into learning golf that you are improving pretty rapidly. And then you can actually see that like pay off in your score and stuff like that.
Because there's been a lot of rounds where I start to keep score and wish I wasn't.
The best rounds are best rounds are when we go shoot videos and don't keep score.
Yeah, we do play pretty good. Another one, pretty low hanging fruit, should be pretty obvious, but I have seen people that apparently have never heard this before. If you are a new golfer, don't play the fucking tips. What are you doing back there?
Yeah.
Go play whites. Go play reds. No one cares. No one is going to judge you for playing the up tees. If you play the backs and it's your first time in a year,
No.
I hate you.
I hate you.
Yeah. You don't have anything to prove.
Probably not going to get invited back.
I've literally never seen somebody asked to play whites and been like, what a pussy. I've just been like, oh, thank God. I kind of wanted to play whites too.
Yeah.
And like, Ryan, if you come to me and you're like, hey man, I'm stoked. I shot a 75 this weekend. I'm never going to ask you, well, was it whites, reds, or tips, or what was it? Yeah. Like,
I think a big thing too with that, Tyler, is like as a beginner golfer, if you're playing with okay, I might backtrack myself on this one, but let's just say you're playing with guys who play blues and they deserve to play blues. I think if you go the route of like, hey, I'm gonna play blues with you guys, but is it cool if like I scramble with your shots? So like you hit a shot, you pick it up, you go hit from another buddy's shot. That's going to give you I feel like that gives you a little bit of confidence on a course playing with guys who are playing blues and are decent at playing blues, to be, hitting out of more fairways than more trees and hitting out of more pitch shots from 50 out versus bunker shots from 50 out or whatever. I don't think it's a bad option to play those farther back tee boxes if you agree to scramble the shots.
Yeah, I think it's fine too. I mean, it is a different story if you're in a group of 4. The 3 guys are legitimately should be playing tips, and you just want to play with them for convenience sake.
Yeah.
It's just like, don't be afraid to take a free drop.
Agreed.
Like, you don't even necessarily have to scramble, but if you throw it in the woods, just fucking drop in the fairway, dude.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come drop up by you.
They don't care.
They love hearing that. Oh fuck yeah, he's gonna drop up by me.
Yep.
Maybe then we can get this hole going. I can keep momentum going. I don't have to wait for him to hit out of the trees or whatever.
And then I also don't think that's going to be the end of the world if they're playing tips and you say, I'm going to play whites.
Nope.
I don't think they're going to give a shit too much either.
No.
Just take the cart. Also, maybe just get your own cart that day.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then it kind of you lose the vibes of like cart talk with your buddies and shit like that. But yeah, getting your own cart and like just driving up to the whites or the reds while everyone else is playing blues or the tips. It's completely fine.
It has been one of my favorite things of the bachelor party is we all just unanimously agreed that we're playing whites together. No, we're playing blues together instead of. But this had like 2 more tees on the back.
Yep.
So like whites and it was reds, whites, blues, golds, blacks or something.
Yep.
So we just all agreed we weren't playing back.
God no. I don't like playing back.
Neither.
I like to see the ball. I like a 70-yard wedge shot better than a 120-yard wedge shot. Trevor, what do you got?
I got one more. Don't be afraid to go play like the 9-hole courses or even par 3 courses. Don't have to always play 18. Just go play 9.
Yeah, the
Par 3
driver.
courses are great.
You don't have to slam your driver all the
No.
time.
No.
I started at the par 3 course, and that's how I got into golf so much. So
Well, that probably helped you a ton because for so many people that are just casually getting into it, they start with, I want to hit the ball super far.
Yep.
They get good at the driver and suck at everything else. Doing it in reverse is actually going to help your game so much more.
irons, wedges, and putting right away, and then driver later.
Well, if you think about it, in an actual round of golf, you may hit your driver 14 times because
If
there's
that.
2 par 3s on the front and the back. You might have a short dog leg to where you can hit driver unless you cut the trees. You're not that good yet. So at most, you're going to hit your driver 14 times. On the other hand, you're going to hit irons and wedges probably 40 to 50 times.
Yep.
So
And you're going to putt at least 18 times. Well, you could hole out,
you
I
could
guess.
hold
No,
out. Yep.
If you one
You're going
putt,
to 2-putt though. So
yeah.
you hole out and then you 2-putt the next one, cancels itself out.
So like I would say on average, roughly you're going to putt 30-ish times.
Yeah. Yep, that's a good one. Yeah, dial the irons and wedges. You're gonna hit those. And if the driver's not on, which it probably won't be because you're just starting out, we still haven't figured drivers
Put
out.
it away.
Yeah, put it away. Hit irons because you've been doing that on par 3 courses anyway.
Oh, quick little PXG plug though. Like I was expecting, like you hear about their irons all the time. Driver's my favorite fucking club in that bag too.
Me too. Me
Anyway,
too. 9-degree loft.
about 14-degree loft on mine.
Jesus.
It's a 12, and then they cranked it up too for me because I have absolutely no launch angle on my drive. I do now though. I do now because they cranked it way up.
Let's fucking go. This is my last one. This is more just a classic vibe check. If you're out with your buddies golfing, you're a beginner, and it doesn't matter what they are. If you're a beginner, buy the first round of the bev cart
That's such a good piece of advice.
because
Don't stiff anyone on the bev cart. Always be the first to do it.
the one thing that you can do good in the game of golf is pull your wallet out and buy a round for the rest of your buddies. You know why?
Yep.
Because you could be holding up pace of play. Your etiquette could be completely off, but they're going to remember that round that you bought them at the bev carts
Yeah.
on hole number 6 or hole number 14 or whatever. That's one thing that you can control, and that's one thing that you can succeed at. Everyone on the golf course can succeed at one thing, and that's purchasing a beverage at the bev cart.
Like you said, you could break every single rule we just said, but if you're the guy buying beers, no one cares.
Nope.
Nobody cares.
All they're gonna remember is like at the end, like, dude, can I get you back for a beer? Is that cool? And they're like, no, don't worry about it, man. I was holding you up. Like, oh, I didn't even notice.
That's actually a great like unwritten rule for beginner golfers is like piece of that golf etiquette is to maybe pick up a round for the boys or maybe just like buy a 6-pack
Yep.
and offer everyone else a beer.
That might be the best advice you've ever given.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't have any more. I'm out.
None.
Jake, any?
I'm fresh out of it.
I'm still mad at you.
Advice.
Let's end on that one before Tyler kills Jake. Guys, we're almost there. Another probably about 6 months until the snow melts.
Hey, we'll get to golf in July.
Yeah, that's fine.
And by that time, it'll be winter again. So, I mean, I'm gonna get really used to this simulator here. I'm gonna get really fucking good on this simulator. But anyway, episode 1. What do we agree on?
29.
What do we agree on though?
Xavier Rhodes.
Xavier Rhodes is the
Episode 1,
Vikings.
Xavier Rhodey.
I don't know any other 29s.
Roads closed.
Bert Blyleven, maybe?
I don't know. I'll Google it.
B. Blyleven. Yeah. Episode 1, roads closed. We appreciate all you guys. This PXG, this club deal would not have happened if you guys weren't sending it to your golf group chats. If you guys weren't.
Eric Dickerson, Eric Berry, Catfish Hunter, Sam Madison, Rod Carew, Ken Dryden, Adrian Beltray.
Tyler, I was balls deep into a great outro.
I had to get more than Xavier Rhodes with the Vikings.
That's all you need.
People are expecting, you started this whole trend and they're expecting better from us now.
Well, I'll try again on the outro next week. Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
They piped that the wrong fucking way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now.